marking, much more than that ang dapat ibigay
Correct.
ng gobyerno sa PhilHealth. May I know what's the amount na dapat ibigay sa PhilHealth and how much we are giving to PhilHealth?
If I'm not mistaken, natatandaan ko sa presentation ni Senator PS about 200 billion? 296, no? 296 billion, if I... Correct.
Just to be clear, no, yung 60 billion na binalik ng House and which our chairman is retaining, yun yung tinanggal nung 2024. Okay? So binabalik yan ngayon. Pero yung kailangan bayaran in 2026 is 69.78 at ang nasa NEP lang is 53. So kulang ng 16 billion. Yun yung hinihingi ko kay chairman na sana at least for 2026, pakita natin na na-earmark na to, ibigay itong buong 69.
President, that's why I share the same feeling, Mr. President, with the minority leader and with the Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Joel. Kaya ho, nung during the Blue Ribbon hearing, lumabas nga ho doon na itong SAGIP, especially the SAGIP line item, nagagamit ho to sa mga flood control at other infrastructure project. At iba-iba pang mga projects, tinanggal na ho natin at linagay na sa program. Ang iniwan na lang yung foreign assisted project dahil yung mga foreign assisted projects ho, paglabas na ng 2026, dito lang ho magkakaroon ng pondo. No? So that's why traditionally, even in the past, linalagay po yung foreign assisted project po talaga sa program because lumalabas siya during the year.
But the problem, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, is I'm not an accountant by profession. I'm not a numbers person, no. But I have been in this chamber and in the House of Representatives long enough to know that there are systems. For example, augmentation, di ba? Pag infrastructure program, you're allowed to augment 25 ba or 25 and 25 ulit? Ano ba yung present rule ngayon?
Augmentation. Ceiling.
So, we don't have to say the exact amount, but I'll give you an example, no?
Yeah.
So, kung may unprogrammed tayo 170 billion, magkasobrang pera, and then meron, let's say, flood control na 1 billion, without anyone knowing it, of course, it's in the reports, pero napakaraming report ngayon, ang hirap bantayan lahat. Pwede ka maglagay ng 250 million na may alam lang yung agency at saka DBM. Diba? So that's what I meant, that part of transparency is simplifying our process. Naintindihan ko naman yung intent ng augmentation, ha? Kasi kung halimbawa, whatever reason, di ba, nagkabagyo doon, nasira yung port, so ngayon may double handling or whatever, yung materials tumaas. So 5% na lang tapos na yung project, hihintayin mo pa ba yung next budget cycle bago mo tapusin? So hindi masama per se yung augmentation. But I'm saying if you have a combination of loans that we will find out. Remember my point about the loans, no? When we borrow money, Congress doesn't know until the year after or until we start paying for it. So we're talking about a 6.7 trillion budget, di ba? Now, but in reality, I don't know how much we're borrowing next year. In reality, it could be 20 billion, it could be 300 billion. It could be 500 billion. So in reality, the interplay of all of these funds juggling from one to ang hirap bantayan.
Yes, tama ho kayo.
And let me just put this on the record because I feel strongly about this. Nung araw kasi may referee. Halimbawa, investigative journalism o kaya yung sa media, iimbitahin yung expert. Ngayon, it's more of doubling down on what you assert, whether tama't hindi. And maraming influencers are disguised as political analyst or nasa media. Hindi ko nilalahat, ha. Siyempre yung ating main traditional radio, whether it's Bombo, RMN, DZRH, di ba? Our main stations, GMA7, etc. I'm not talking about per se our traditional media. I'm talking about yung atmosphere natin ngayon, di ba? So, ang daling baliin ang truth at ang daling tanggalin yung transparency kung complicated yung systems natin. Diba? So if there's only one way na lalabas yung pondo, program, that's pero may program, tapos merong augmentation, tapos meron din basta sa executive department, diba? The Constitution allows the president to move around some funds.
May savings.
Yes, arouse and savings, moving target din yung definition. Kasi the DBM can actually say, hindi na maganda tong project na to, walag ng tuloy, magiging savings na na iyon, di ba? Of course, binabantayan ko rin yung announcement ni Secretary Vince na mataas ang DUPA. So bababa dapat ang presyo ng lahat ng infra. So if we keep it that way, he'll have a lot of savings. Kung masyado naman mababa, problema din kasi walang magagawang project ang ating bansa. So I think I'm emphasizing kung gaano ka precarious ang situation natin.
Correct.
We want transparency, we want to take out graft and corruption, but we also want to perform. Kasi kung tanggalin mo lahat ng graft and corruption, wala namang magawang project, that's a form of graft for me. Natanggal mo yung corruption pero may graft. So the perfect mix is tama ang presyo, transparent, pero nagawa yung project. Di ba? And parati ko yung example dyan, yung favorite ni Senator Bam, classrooms. Di ba? Kasi kung tama yung presyo, pero walang nagawa, ang estudyante siksikan for the next 1-2 years. Di ba? Pagka namang super overpriced, yung sanang ginawa mong 2 building, 1 building lang nagawa. So, we want to find the perfect mix na walang corruption, pero nagawa. Di ba? Pero pag sinobrahan mo yung bawas sa pondo, walang magagawa kasi walang contractor na nakukuha. Di ba? Pag kinorap mo naman, it's not only a corruption problem, it's a nasisira yung social contract between the government and people want to rebel, di ba? And then sa ibang bansa we're depicted as we can explain all we want that ine-expose nga, inaayos nga yung corruption, di ba? Pero yung news sa abroad, hindi natin kontrolado yon, di ba? And of course, there's competition. Dito lang sa Southeast Asia, we're all competing for foreign investments from Japan, from China, from Europe, from the US, di ba? So, in boardrooms all over, nagbubulong, huwag kayo pupunta sa Pilipinas kasi dito ka pumunta sa bansa namin. That's normal. Di ba? Because we're made in the image of the US, we have always whispered, if you want a democratic setup, same sa US, transparent, come to the Philippines. No? Which brings my point to Singapore. No? When Singapore was in very much a precarious situation, problema kasi multi-ethnic, multi-religious, problema nila sa Malaysia, walang natural resources. They turn to tourism. But I can't figure out why it's so clear to us that for every 2 tourists to 3 tourists, 1 Filipino job. And we all agree whether you go to Baguio sa traditional kabayuhan, whether you Wright Park, whether you go to yung mga inayos na ngayon sa Baguio, whether you go to Siargao, of course, the favorites, Boracay, Palawan, but anywhere you go, no? My sister in younger days loved mountain climbing, and the more walang walang kuryente, di ba? The more that it's pure nature,
more rustic,
mas maganda. And may ganun market din sa backpackers, di ba? But of course, yung Southeast Asia ngayon, more Chinese market na high-end shopping din, no? But if you compare kasi, ang layo talaga eh. Yung Thailand, 40 million na yung tourist, mahigit tayo, 7. But ang budget ng ating Department of Tourism is only 4.1 billion. So, I'm not proposing any amendments now. Maybe something for us to think about pagdating sa BICAM, but parang it doesn't make sense to me na whether it's traditional tourism, agri-tourism, sports tourism, ecotourism, Senator Legarda has always espoused, di ba, yung ecological balance, pero pwede naman ang ecotourism. Pero kung ganito budget ng DOT, no, I'm hoping to pa rin ni Secretary Vince Dizon yung sinabi niyang ang uunahin niya sa budget ng DPWH yung magko-connect sa airports, land ports, seaports, and tourism areas. But we know hindi ganun ang dynamic sa ating bansa. It's very hard to tell everyone, sandali this 1 year, eto muna. Kasi everyone has their pet projects. And hindi ko minamaliit yung may sports complex kasi sabi mo sa bata, wag mag-drugs, wala naman sports complex, di ba? Or sa mga magsasaka na halos hindi mag-exist, di ba? Whether it's solar dryers or whatever, mahirap ganon. But without prioritizing and with a budget of only 4.1 billion, I really don't see, and then with our present stance, which is going towards the US, mas malayo sa ating kasi ang Europe. So Thailand sila. Ang Indian, napakarami din pera, pero they're further than us. So with the present atmosphere with the Chinese, ang pag-asa natin na lumaki yung ating tourism is the Japanese, Koreans,
North Asia.
Southeast Asia. Yes,
Hong
and then hopefully you have
North
6 million PhilAms you have 10 million OFWs abroad. Umuwi lang ng once a year yon, magsama lang ng isang boss nila, that's another 10 million tourists. Pero paano magagawa yon kung ang budget ng tourism ay budget ng isang congressional district?
Actually, I share the same sentiment, Mr. President, na low-hanging fruit ho talaga ang tourism. At kahit na may challenges ho tayo sa Chinese market, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pagpunta ng Japanese market, ng Korean market. One untapped market nakikita ko is Australia dahil medyo malapit-lapit sa atin, no? Malapit-lapit at high income. So yun po yung mga markets na pwede nating matap outside of China, Mr. President.
May I know whether we are restoring all of the funds for PhilHealth and magkano yon? Because I know for a fact that Senator Pia 2004, between 2005, 2006 yung earmarking.
Yes.
And since then, binantayan yon. So I'm aware of the 60 billion that everyone says isole. But I think if you do all the computations ng mga earmarking, much more than that ang dapat ibigay
Correct.
ng gobyerno sa PhilHealth. May I know what's the amount na dapat ibigay sa PhilHealth and how much we are giving to PhilHealth?
If I'm not mistaken, natatandaan ko sa presentation ni Senator P, is about 200 billion? 296, no? 296 billion, if I... Correct. Correct. So ito yung mga arrear... Kasi ang nangyayari, may earmarking, pero hindi naman nabibigay yung buong amount. So I think from the presentation, I remember from 2022, 2023, nag-compound na siya to 296 billion. So for this year, naglagay ang sa National Expenditure Program ng 60 billion at ang 53 at inaugment ho yan ng 60 billion.
Yeah. So sa 290, how much are we actually giving in 2026? The 290 includes the 60 or...
Yes, kailangan na po. But yan din po ang concern ni Senator Risa Hontiveros, of course, Senator Pia, and Senator Lauren during the plenary debates. At sabi ko, dapat mapag-usapan natin to in the next few years kung paano magkaroon tayo ng some form of yearly allocation para mapuno natin yung gaps and also yung mga hindi na-remit in the past. No?
So 3 points I want to make.
Can I just give the
Yes,
right
please,
figures,
please,
no,
yes.
to be clear?
Senator Pia Cayetano, sir, nice.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to be clear, no, yung 60 billion na binalik ng House and which our chairman is retaining, yun yung tinanggal nung 2024. Okay? So binabalik yan ngayon. Pero yung kailangan bayaran in 2026 is 69.78 at ang nasa NEP lang is 53. So kulang ng 16 billion. Yun yung hinihingi ko kay chairman na sana at least for 2026, pakita natin na na-earmark na to, ibigay itong buong 69. Tapos we go backwards pa na earmark na ibang amount. But I'll just focus on that 69 total, which is short of 16 billion for 2026. Thank you.
Okay. So that's the first point I want to make na if I'm going to be very liberal and not ideal. Oh, I will yield to Senator Legarda.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the clarification of Senator Pia Cayetano. The 60B in the HGAB for 2026 is, in my understanding, yung bayad utang. I
Yes.
used that in the interpellation, which the DOF refused to say utang. So whatever it is called, the 60B taken away from PhilHealth in 2024 was placed in the HGAB, which we are studying now. But it is actually not 60B. The DOF in 2024 got, what is the exact amount? More than 60B because the Supreme Court did a TRO on the remaining funds. It's 80 plus. Give me exact. 89. Ayun, galing yung prompter. Yes, 89 na TRO yung balanse, kaya hindi na nakuha. Pero yung 60B, nakuha. That is why I asked the DOH or PhilHealth to give us a liquidation of where they put this. Did they actually put it in health-related expenses or in flood control or in infrastructure? Infrastructure for hospitals, yes, or health facilities. It was still unclear in the interpellations.
Yes.
So in the coming year, they owe it to us and to the Filipino people that they explain where they put the 60B. And I hope, and thank you to the chair, that he retained the 60B. That's only 2024. Senator Pia Cayetano is correct in saying that we, meaning Senate and the House, owe the Filipino people and PhilHealth the amount allocated in the NEP of 2025.
Yes.
It was in the HGAB. It was in the GAA. Taken out in the BICAM. I'm sorry, I have to say this, right, Senator Pia? So it is not in this year's GAA. And mind you, it is a mandated earmark allocation from the syntax law. Tama ba? Yes. So yun po ang hindi pa natin binibigay. Yung sinabi po ni Senator Pia Cayetano na nasa NEP ng 2026 for next year, kulang. That means those who are doing the NEP, at least for this provision, are violating the law because they are not allocating the correct amount. Short, linagay nila 53, ang dapat 69. Short ng mga 16 billion. So why don't they compute it correctly? Susunod na lang ng batas, tinimbang ngunit kulang.
Yes.
So bakit po ganon? So ang utang po ng Kongreso, meaning Senado at Kongreso, sa taong bayan sa pamamagitan ng PhilHealth ay yung balanse ng 2026 na kulang ng 16B at yung nawala sa GAA na 60B, tapos yung PAGCOR at PSO na ayaw pa rin nilang ibigay.
Therefore, the question that is begging to be asked is why did the 19th Congress allow that?
Yeah,
Pinayagan yung alisin sa BICAM eh.
that is correct. Are you interpolating me, Mr. Senate President?
No,
I
I'm
did
asking,
not. Yes.
I'm asking
It's a good question.
the House.
Yes.
Because
So-
that is the question that's going
Yes.
to be
Let me put it on
asked
record
by
para
the people
sigurado.
watching us on Facebook right now.
Salamat.
Eh, bakit daw pinayagan ng 19th Congress?
Hindi po ako
Ginalaw sa
pumayag,
BICAM.
hindi po ako po hindi po ako pumirma ng budget BICAM.
Yes.
At
No.
hindi po ako parte ng BICAM
Same tayo ni Senator Pia. We didn't
tayo.
sign the BICAM.
because we were not in favor.
One thing is
of
clear.
that. Thank
You
you.
started, Senator Legarda, by saying what is clear. One thing is clear. Malabo talaga. Yun ang clear. Pag tinatanong natin ang DOH para luminaw, lalong lumalabo. Di ba?
Ah,
Not,
okay.
not only in PhilHealth. They have 34 billion for HPEP. They said, mas priority nila yung grassroots, yung primary healthcare. Nung tinanong ko, magkano budget sa 34 for primary? 4 billion. Magkano sa secondary, tertiary? 30 billion. So malabo, di ba? Kasi sabi mo, priority yung
Pero hindi
primary.
naman linalagay ang
Oo,
pondo.
same thing sa PhilHealth. The first point I want to make is simple. If I wasn't going to be a stickler for rules, if I was going to be totally liberal, not ideological here, simple lang ang tanong PhilHealth, magkano kailangan mo? At ang sabi ni Dr. Tony Dance at may grupo silang ever since nagbabantay nito, I think they work closely with Senator Pia. You need 147B this 2026, no? So actually that's the shortcut nung tanong ko kay Senator Win kay Chairman. How much of the 147 billion na kailangan ng PhilHealth? Remember, PhilHealth promised that by February tapos na yung kanilang bagong survey. So hopefully yung no or zero billing matupad. Let me just point out, Mr. Chairman, because not everyone was here noon, no? PhilHealth and the Secretary Herbosa was pointing out Thailand and US. Ito ang kaibahan ng Thailand, US at Pilipinas. Sa Thailand, magbabayad ka ng 100 baht o operahan ka na. Gagamutin ka na. Tapos ang billing is between the government and the hospital. Ganun din sa US, kahit turista ka. Tatanungin ka, meron ka bang travel insurance? Pero kahit hindi ka sumagot, gagamutin ka. Then hahanapin ka, ibibill ka. Sa Pilipinas, only if it's life-threatening can the hospital not admit you. But if it is not life-threatening in their analysis, hindi matutuloy yung yung procedure mo. So that's why it's important that ma-finalize ng PhilHealth yung packages at saka yung kung ano man ang sistemang gagamitin nila kung magkano. But if it is true that 147B ang kailangan, and I have no reason to doubt, how much are we actually giving PhilHealth for 2026?
So ang allocation po for 2026 is about 113 billion, Mr. President. And just to join the conversation, talaga hong based doon sa syntax law, may mga shortfalls yung pagre-remit ho sa PhilHealth. And I talked to Senator Pia, Senator Risa, and Senator Lauren na next year, 2027, let's come up with a payment scheme or payment plan na every year mabayaran na itong shortfall.